So I'm doing another analysis video, this time it's Northern Realms. So we have King Foltest. Order, boost an ally by 1 and give it Zeal. So it gives it Zeal is units with order may be triggered in the same turn they are played. So you can play maybe some kind of unit that has order, and then you can boost it by 1 and give it Zeal. And it has 3 charges, so you can activate 3 abilities the same turn they're played. So Foltest seems to be pretty good with orders. Then we have Hansel. Order, play a copy of an allied unit from your deck and give it Zeal. This is actually kind of good against... yeah, this is great. It's like an old Hansel, but it gives it a Zeal. So that's pretty good, I think. It has only 2 mulligans as opposed to 4. Yeah, it's pretty good, I'd say. Then we have Princess Ada. Order, damage a unit by 8. Yeah, that doesn't seem that great of an ability. I think, for example, Aithni has 4 mulligans and damage a unit by 1 with 4 charges. Aithni seems way better. And this seems to be only once per game. And Aithni triggers 3 times per game in every round. So this is way worse than Aithni. And 8 damage, most of the engines are like 4 strength, so that 8 damage is not really great. I think Ada is not that great. Then we have Dam Event. Give 1 charge to a unit, cooldown 2. So it gives 1 charge to maybe a ballista for 1 more hit. And every 2 turns, I guess. This seems actually pretty good. King Dam Event doesn't seem that bad, but it has only 2 mulligans. Okay, so let's go into other cards. So we go with Northern Realms and 11+. So we have Roach Merciless. Seize an enemy whose power is less than or equal to this unit's charges. Every turn on turn start, gain 1 charge. For 11 provision cost, you would need to get like 4 charges, 3 charges for this card to be good. Yeah, it can be easily removed with 4 power. It's not that great of a card. You would need to buff him before playing him. Then we have Vernon Roach. Spying. Deploy, play the 2 top cards from your deck. That's like an old Dijkstra for 12 provision cost. This actually seems really powerful. Old Dijkstra in this new... Well, it's a 3 power. It's fine, I'd say. This card is okay. It's not the best. It's not bad either. So we have Draug as a Northern Realms this time. Deploy, gain 1 charge for each allied Spectre. So it seems to be Spectre synergy and charge synergy. Order, damage a unit by 1. Okay, every time you play Spectre it gains 1 charge. Reach 2, so you would need to play it on melee row. Charge 0 at the start. For 7 you would need to play like... let's say you need to have 12 power, so you would need to play like 5 Spectres. I don't know how you can summon Spectres, which cards are Spectres, so we'll see that later. Keramed's deploy, ranged, play a spell from your deck. Actually, this seems pretty good, but it costs 10 provisions. It's a fine card, I think. It's not bad. It's not the best. Think if you compare it to something like what's it called? What's his name? Mano. He plays a tactics card and he's 2 strength. It's something similar to that card, but with spells. It seems fine. Then we have Falibor. Deploy melee, destroy an enemy with order. Okay. For 10 provision cost though. Doesn't seem that great. Because sometimes he will not find any value. But orders are really common. So I guess it's fine card. You'd need to destroy something that has 7 potential value. It's an okay-ish card, not the best. Order, damage a unit by this unit's amount of charge. Charge 1. How do you gain charges on this card? Like it has only 1 charge, that's only 4 power. For 10 provision cost, that's weak. Okay. This card seems really weak. Unless you give it a lot of charges, but... For example, combine this with... Dam Event. It's not that great, because you would have to wait like... 5 turns for this card to be okay. And it's still not great. I don't know. Maybe some cards give it a charge easier than Dam Event, but... I don't know. Order doubles an ally's charge. Okay, okay. So you can combine those 2 cards, but they're both like 4 value or less. You can easily remove them. You don't have any immunity. This seems weak. This combo just seems weak because of the removal. Kieran and Bloody Baron. Whenever a unit with order and charge is played, give it 1 charge. Okay, so this guy has 5 charges, way better than 5 strength, way better than Bloody Baron. So he's better. Because 4 removal is very common, 5 is a bit harder to get. So this guy can be pretty decent. He would need to give like 5 charges or 4 to be decent. It's only good in a long round. Northern Realm seems weak so far. Southkirk, order, melee, duel an enemy unit. So he has the same ability. 5 potential value. Southkirk though. This guy seems powerful. Like he can remove any engine basically. With 7 value. Yeah, that still works. So he can remove any engine. He's really good actually. Okay. So we have Nanaki. Order, ranged, boost a unit by 1. Okay. Charge 4. So it can boost a unit by 1 with 4 charges. And this is a bit weak. Like, it can make some units survive, like Bloody Baron and Kieran, but it just seems a bit weak. Because you can easily kill Nanake because it's in 4 value. If they would give it like 5 value, she would be decent, but no. It's not that bad, great. So we have Priscilla. Order, give a unit 1 charge, cooldown 1. Again, 4 power. Yeah, that's a bit better than Dam Event, but you can easily remove her. So again, 5 value she would need to have to be decent. So we have Vandergrift. Order, melee, damage a unit by 1. If Vandergrift's blade is on this row, damage a unit by 2 instead. Vandergrift's blade, whenever you play a soldier on this row, boosted by 1. So it has synergy with soldiers, and this guy basically damages a unit and he's 5 value. So there's a good synergy here. Seems to be worth it. Cooldown 1 though. Have to wait one more turn after playing it. It seems fine. And he has 5 value, so he can't be removed that easily. Botchling. Every turn on turn end, damage an enemy with highest power by 1. Order transform into Laberkin. Okay. And he has 5 value. Actually, Botchling and Laberkins is pretty good actually. This is not bad in cursed decks. Yeah. And he has every turn on turn end damage the enemy with highest power by 1. He seems to be actually a pretty good card. If he's not removed, but Azur's Thunder can easily kill him. Every turn on turn end boost the ally with lowest power by 1. Okay, so it's the same as the Luberkin, as the Botchling, but other way around. You can basically keep changing them, I guess, for what you need. If you need to boost an engine, then this is great. If you need to hit something, then this is good. It needs to get 4 hits though, to be decent. Okay, so we have Prince Stannis. Deploy, boost an ally by 2 and give it 2 charge. Okay. So he's 7 value plus 2 charges. Actually, Prince Stannis seems to be pretty good with charge decks. Stannis seems to be pretty good because he has deploy ability and not order. Order seems a bit weak. Okay, so we have John Natalis melee. If this unit is on the battlefield, all units with order gain zeal. Okay. So he's basically Gale's just in the order deck and not Death Wish. He has 6 value though, so he can't be removed that easily. He's actually good with order decks. He's auto-include in those decks, but outside of order, he's not really useful. Okay, so we have Cursed Knight. Transform a non-Spectre ally into a copy of this unit while keeping the same power. So he's just play another Spectre, good synergy with Draug. Outside of that, he's not that great. 7 value for 8 provision. With Draug he's really good, but outside of that he's not the best. So we have Ronvit. Deploy boost self by 5. Okay, so he's 6 value. Summon this unit from your graveyard whenever you play a soldier. So whenever you play a soldier and this unit is in your graveyard, he'll be summoned with 1 power. Seems a bit weak. I don't know. Most of people they will just leave him on the board and he's just 6 value for 8 provision cost. That doesn't seem that great. Unless you can eat him or something. Order. Ranged, boost a unit by 1. Gain 1 charge whenever either player plays a card. Okay. So he needs to wait 1 turn, so that's his weakness, and he has 3 value, so he can be removed very easily. Boost a unit by 1, that's okay. Gain 1 charge whenever either player plays a card. This is pretty good, but you would need to boost him before playing him with some artifact card. Or else he's just bad card. Vast. Deploy, damage an enemy by 3. This seems okay. Order, give an ally zeal. Reach 2. Okay. So you can... This is 7 value for 8 provision cost. It's a bit weak for 8 provision cost, but if you manage to pull order off, then this card is pretty good. And if you fail to pull it off, then she's not that bad for 8 provision cost. She seems to be decent with order deck. Faultest Pride. Order, melee damage an enemy and all enemies with equal power by 1. The opponent would have to have like 4 units for this card to be decent. Of course you can give it more charges, but Damavent is also not that great of a leader. I don't know, and it can be easily removed again. Odrin, deploy, give 1 charge to all allied units. So he has the deploy, he would need to give like 4 charges for this card to be decent. Or maybe 2 if one card does 2 damage. It seems it's a deploy, so that's great. Deploys are always better than orders. Dandelion, ranged whenever an ally gains a charge boosted by 1. Okay, so you can keep some units alive with it, I guess, when you have to wait for order to activate. Seems to be okay. Damage each non-spectre unit by 1. If any were destroyed, repeat this ability once. So it's like an old Vandergrift, but without Ragnarok. She seems to be good. She needs to hit like 8 units to be okay. With Spectre deck this seems good. Although hitting 8 units, it's way easier to hit 1 strength units, I guess. It's fine with Spectre, outside of that it's bad. Sabrina, Spying, Death Wish, damage all units on a row by 3. Okay. Actually, this seems to be a really good lacerate. You play her, and then you maybe activate 1 charge of 1 ballista or something, kill her, and then she damages everything by 3. So it's a bit better lacerate, although she can be locked. She has pretty much the same ability as the old Sabrina, a little different. Okay, Black Ryla. Deploy, damage an enemy by the number of allied humans. Reach 2. So it have to have 4 units for this card to be decent, or maybe 3 at least. It's okay with human deck. Okay, so we have Hubert. Deploy, boosts out by the amount of damage you dealt to enemies on this turn. Okay, so 3 strength though, he can be easily removed, that's the problem. But if you manage to keep him alive, he can have really high potential. With a lot of ballistas and this. Okay, so we have Margarita. Deploy, lock an enemy unit. This is okay, it's a lock. 5 strength plus a lock. Lock seems to be worth 2 points. It's fine. Locks are really powerful in this game, so that's a good card. Okay, so we have Death Mode. Order, damage an enemy by this unit's boost. Okay, okay. So you want to boost him as much as you can. You can use this on a lost coin flip though. You can play him, boost him with the artifact card that you get by 5 and then damage the enemy by 5. So this seems actually pretty good when you lose a coin flip. Okay, so Sheila. Whenever an enemy is ordered, damage it by 2. Okay. This relies on the enemy being ordered, which is weaker than your own units. It has 5 value. It can be removed with Azures, but not with most removals, so I guess this card is okay. For 7 provision cost, it's not that bad. Okay, so we have Princess Pavetta. Deploy, shuffle a bronze unit and all copies of it from your graveyard into your deck. This could be good if River Hunters still exist, but I don't think they do. Outside of that, I don't know on which unit that would be useful. Maybe if you need some bronze units. Vandergrift's Blade, whenever you play a soldier on this row, boosted by 1. Yeah, we saw this on Vandergrift. It's a fine card for 7 provision cost, if you play a lot of soldiers. Bloody Flail. Order damage an enemy by the number of this unit's charge. Then remove all charge from this unit. Whenever an allied unit gains charge, gain same amount. So, this is not bad with a charge deck. This seems to be pretty good with a charge deck. For 7 provision cost. 2 charges already. You'd have to have 5 charges, which is probably not that hard to get. It seems decent. But Northern Realms still seems very weak. Okay. Field Medic. Deploy boost units adjacent to self by 2. So it's a 6 value for 6 provision cost. This is okay, average. So we have Adranian Mauler, Adirian Molder. Order damage an enemy by 4. Actually. But he can be easily removed. No, he's not great. It's order again. That's not great. And he has only 1 reach. This unit is bad. I thought it's 7 value, but it's 7 potential value and you have to wait 1 turn. Not that great. And reach 1, that's bad. Reach 1 is terrible actually. Boost an ally by 2 and give it Zeal. That card seems really good actually. It's 5 value for 6 provision cost and give it Zeal. So with decks that have order, that's actually pretty good. Oh, it has order. Then it's not that great. You have to wait a turn again. It's not that great. Northern Realms seems weak because you can remove most of their engines and they rely on only engines. Like, it seems weak. They don't have a lot of deploy abilities. Deploy. For each boosted unit on this row, damage an enemy by 1. So it has synergy with boosts like Death Mode. It seems to be a new archetype kinda. Reach 2. Reach 2 is fine. So I played it on the first row. It's fine. You have to hit 3 units for this card to be okay. I mean 3 units. You have to have 3 units boosted. Yeah, maybe. If you have 4 units boosted, that this card is great. Because you can remove most of the engines, but... yeah. Order. Summon a copy of this unit from your deck. That's just a weak card. It's a deck thinning, but it's only 6 value for 6 provision cost. And you have to wait 1 turn, while on Field Medic it's deploy boost units adjacent to self by 2. So Field Medic is way better than this card. Why would you ever use this card in that case? Siege Master, whenever a machine is played on this row, give it 1 charge. It's 4 value, it can be easily removed for 6 provision cost. Again, can be easily removed. Northern Realms seem to rely on engines a bit too much. Then you have Reinforced Trebuchet. Ranged. Every turn on turn end, damage a random enemy on ranged row by 1. So this card is 5 value right away. Because it on turn end. And it has the potential. It's 4 strength, so it can be removed. But it's way better than most of the engines we've seen here. So this card seems to be good in Northern Realms. Play a bronze machine from your graveyard. Nothing new here. It's just to replay a bronze machine. Maybe you can replay Trebuchet. The opponent removes it, you can resurrect it, I guess. It's fine card. Then you have Forbidden Magic. Damage an enemy by 1 for every Spectre on your side. Okay. So it has synergy with Spectres again, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of Spectres. Okay. Vincent, order melee, set an unboosted enemy to 1 power. Okay, so this card has the potential to be really strong. Not that strong though. It's only like, it needs to hit like 5 value unit, which most units have like 4 value or less. I don't know about it. Non-boosted, it has to be non-boosted, so that's not good. And it has only 2 value and it has to wait 1 more turn. That's not that great. Okay, so we have, if on turn end this unit is boosted, boost adjacent units by 1. So again, boost synergy. It has 6 value for 6 provision cost though. But it's an engine. It's an engine and it has 6 value right away if this unit is boosted. So it's not that bad. Boost seems to be probably the best archetype in Northern Realms, because it doesn't rely that much on the engines. At least they're not that low value. Thaler, deploy. Remove all charge from an enemy and give them to this unit. Order, give 1 to an allied unit. I guess this is useful if you play Northern Realms versus Northern Realms, but outside of that, it seems to be okay. She's 5 value, so that's fine. Charge 0 though, I don't know. It seems to be okay. It's yeah, he seems to be, for 6 provision cost, this is actually pretty good. But you have to play against like something like Northern Realms to be good. Zoraya Runestone, nothing to say about this card, it's just a RNG card. Spawn a copy of a bronze unit. Okay. So you can replay another bronze unit. Is this worth for 6 provision cost? Actually, it's kinda worth it. If you play like something with 7 provision cost, or 8, like Cursed Knight, this card could be really good. But outside of that, you don't really want to play a copy. In Spectre deck maybe, but outside of Spectre deck, not that great. Poor effing infantry. Deploy, boost self by 4. So it has synergy with boost, I guess. It's 5 for 5 provision cost. This seems to be okay card. One of the better cards in Northern Realms because it's not an engine. Order, damage a unit by 1 if this unit is boosted. Damage a unit by 3 instead, reach 2. So it has potential for 6 value. Again, this unit needs to be boosted. Something like potion, it could work. Yeah, you could use a potion for boosting. So this is actually okay card. Boost seems to be the best archetype in Northern Realms actually. Lyrian Arbalest. Order, damage a unit by 1 whenever you play a card with order. Gain 1 charge, charge 1. So again, with charges, not that great because it has 3 value and order. This is easily removed again. For example, you can kill it with 8 easily. Like, no worries. Rivian Pikeman. Deploy, damage an enemy by 1. Okay. If it was destroyed, damage another enemy by 3. Wow. Actually, this card could be really good if the opponent has only 1 strength unit on the board. Like You damage one unit that has 1 strength and then damage another one that has 3. It's 7 for 5 provision cost. This card seems to be one of the better cards in Northern Realms. Order, damage a unit by 1, okay. If it was destroyed, spawn a copy of self on this row. Reach 2. Yeah, not that great because it has 3 value. If those units would have like 5 value, okay, but 3 easily removed. There are a lot of engines and you can't remove all of them, that's true, but before you're gonna start gaining some value from engines, you're gonna have an empty board. So it's not that great. Order, ranged, give 1 charge to an allied unit. Again, order, with 3 strength. Nothing new to say about this card, it's pretty bad. Dumb banner, deploy, gain zeal if played adjacent to 2 soldiers, okay. Order, damage an enemy by 3. So it has zeal. Not, with soldier deck, this card is actually pretty good. And it has 6 value. And damage by 3, you can remove some engines. So that's good. Reach 1 though. Damn it. Reach 1 is actually terrible, so this card is bad. Reach 1 is terrible. You need at least reach 2 for the card to be even worth putting in the deck. Like, it's easy to play around it. If you play it on melee row, then you can damage melee row of the opponent. But you can't damage ranged by it. If you play it on ranged, so you can't damage ranged by any means. Okay, so we have Siege Tower, order, melee, boost soldiers adjacent to this unit by 1. Again, soldiers, charge 1, order again, it's not great, it's order. Order again, not good. Ranged, damage 3 adjacent enemies by 1, okay. Then remove 2 charge from this unit, charge 2. It's order, again bad. 3 adjacent units, it would be good if it's a deploy, but not order. Order, damage a unit by 2, okay. Charge 1, reach 2. So it has at least reach 2, so that's fine. But damage a unit by 2 with order again, that's bad. 3 strength. At least give it 4 or 5. Order, boost an ally by 1, okay. Charge 2. Again, order. Bad card. It's not good. It has the potential to gain like 5 value. Even if you manage to pull it off, it's average card. This is terrible. For an engine, that's terrible. Okay, so we have Battling Ram, deploy, melee, destroy an enemy artifact. Okay, artifact destruction. It works great if the enemy has artifact. If he doesn't, it's still okay. It's a bit below average if it doesn't work out, but I guess it's worth putting it in the deck if many players play artifacts. Deploy, boost an ally by 1 for each one of its charges. Okay. How can you gain charges in hand? I don't know. I kinda don't understand this card, but it doesn't seem that great. Maybe it has some potential if you can put charges in hand. I don't know. Maybe it works that you can put charges in your hand too, then it's actually okay. Order, damage a unit by 1, okay. Charge 1, reach 2. Again, order 4 value though, so this is a bit better than, for example, reinforced ballista, but still, it's not that great. It's an engine with 4 value, with order. Order doesn't seem that good. Okay, so we have Kedveni Knight. Deploy, if played from the deck, boosts self by 4. Okay. So some synergy with Roach, I guess. It's a good card. With Roach, it's actually pretty good. Where is he? This guy. With this guy, it's actually pretty good. But outside of this, it's okay card. It's still 5 value for 5 provision cost. This card is actually one of the better ones. Okay. So another one. Death Wish, boost all units on this row by 1. Okay, okay. So you boost all units on this row by 1 with Death Wish. It's kinda hard to trigger Death Wish in Northern Realms, it seems. I don't know. It all comes down to how easy it is to trigger this card. I don't know yet. Deploy, boost self by 1 for every boosted ally. Boost synergy, and it's actually really good with boost synergy. Boost deck seems to be the best in Northern Realms actually. Whenever you play a unit with order, boost self by 1. It's good, but it has 2 strength, which means easily removed. Not a lot to say about this card, easily removed, bad for an engine. Deploy, give 1 charge to 3 machines. This card is, by itself, this card is really good. Because it gives 3 charges, which is way more than its provision cost. But the problem is, machines are so bad in Northern Realms. I don't know. Whenever this unit is boosted, damage a random enemy by 1. Boost synergy, not bad. Not bad. It's a 3 strength engine though, you need to boost it. Boost deck seems to be good, but this card doesn't really. Because it has 3 strength. But if you boost it before playing it, then this card could be actually pretty good. Actually, if you lose a coin flip and boost it on the start, this card could be okay. Deploy, melee, remove all charge from an enemy that damage it by the amount removed. Actually, this card can be only great against Northern Realms, but it seems like it has 4 value for 4 provision cost. Which, even without ability, is great, and it has deploy ability. This card is actually really good. And now Blue Stripe Scout. Deploy, melee, move a copy of a bronze ally to the bottom of your deck. If you don't want to draw any bronze ally, I guess. It's better than mulliganing, I guess. It's good actually, 4 value for 4 provision cost, and its ability is not shit, so seems to be okay. So those 2 cards are actually one of the better Northern Realms cards. Interesting. Okay, so that's it for Northern Realms. It seems like it's pretty bad faction actually. It's only great if you maybe play a boost deck, but where are machines? Here. But machines are pretty bad, and that is actually one of the better machines. So reinforced ballista is crap. Because they can be easily removed, it's the problem. If they would be immune, then okay, but then they would be broken, but now that they're not immune, they're crap. Okay, so that's it for Northern Realms card. If you like the video, like it, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys with another deck and analysis.